Welcome everybody to VSX launch day. We are working with the V9 standard, and here we go. Blast off. Great looking blast off, very clean. You know, the V9 is the VSX flagship, made of the 3 engines, 2 solid gas boosters, and this one has an extra 2 boosters. Smaller, of course, as they just get deployed right there. Very clean, again, deployment of those. And we're left with the regular V9. Hitting a surface speed over 500. Throttling towards the MUN. Now, releasing the solid gas, and as we can see, compared to our first launch, the solid gas has been fixed. The issue of it separating from the spacecraft. And that will make it lighter and the fuel more efficient. As you can see now, the V9 going faster and faster towards the MUN. It's a beautiful sight, really is. And there's kind of our trajectory and pointing systems. And we are almost out of the stage 1 liquid fuel, and we've added parachutes to it this time, so hopefully we can recover these and reuse them. They are valuable, very valuable pieces of equipment. You know, the triple engine, that is what makes the V9. There it goes, and we will be at our second stage with a lower tier engine, more efficient on fuel. Granted, now we launched at a great time facing towards the MUN. And I have to commend these brave Kerbals that do these missions. As you know, we lost the first Kerbal in mission 1, you know, the first launch. And, you know, we don't know if this Kerbal will return. He doesn't know if he'll return. These are very risky missions, as we are basically just hurling our V9 rocket towards the MUN. In hopes to actually land on it as well, by the way. You know, the stage 3 does have that engine that could be used to lower your speed, and we do have landing gear attached, making it, you know, almost a lander. We have yet to successfully land one of these, though. And we just continue towards the MUN. And like I said, it is a beautiful sight out here in space. We are very lucky to have the crystal clear satellite images from, you know, these ships to show us these images and live feeds of the VSX flights. Stage 2 has ended. Stage 3 will commence now. Just more space debris. And the engine has fired off with success. And as you see, it is still hurling towards the MUN. as the trajectory gets larger and larger and closer to the intended target. And really now moving ahead, speeds over 22,000. No, I'm sorry, 2,200. 2,200, that is. Almost that intended target. Looking close. If it wanted to return. And it has broken the trajectory now out of the Kerbal's gravitational force and heading now straight toward the Mun. Very good. This is a great sign. About halfway left on fuel, though. That is a little worrisome. Especially if we want to try to land on the Mun. As we hit 3,000 meters per second in speed. And look at the sights here as we get going through towards the Mun. And like I said, we lost our first pilot in our first launch. This is a very brave mission. They have closed down throttle and are just coasting towards the Mun. And giving more throttle now. Trying to get into that sphere of influence of the Mun's gravitational forces. Get into that encounter and perhaps be able to orbit it or land. Not a lot of gas, though. That is the problem with this mission right now. Is very low on fuel. And it's really a hit and miss situation. I can see, though, they are planning on a Mun encounter. This is good. If there's enough gas, they will be able to land it, perhaps, or, like I said, orbit it. This is very dangerous now. There is some maneuvering involved. If you escape the Mun's presence, then you'll be into the sun's influence and its gravitational pull. With the fuel system and this system, there is no return. You will be orbiting the sun for the rest of your life. Right now, we have no way of returning the Kerbals back. I can see the pilot is trying to maneuver to see what he can do. This is a very efficient way of seeing without wasting fuel, but as you can see, there is just not enough burn time. Just not enough fuel to be able to do this. And he has ejected. The Kerbal has ejected the last booster, meaning now there is no return. There is no way this poor Kerbal can return. He is going into the influence of the sun, and he will be orbiting that, like I said, for the rest of his life. And power will eventually run out, rendering him dead in space. This is a sad existence for the Kerbals. they do realize the risk when they sign up for these missions and decide to go. That is the bravery of these Kerbals. And we can see there he is in the influence now of the sun, and he'll be orbiting that. The pilot, we thank you. We thank you for your bravery today. We thank you for risking your life. Like I said, right now we have no way of returning these Kerbals that do get into the sun's orbit. Thank you, everybody, and please stay tuned for more videos.